In this video, I want to talk to you about my 4-month social media detox and how detoxing from social media really helped me reclaim my life back. This video is for you if sometimes you feel drained after you've been on social media, that you feel an overall sense of discontentment with your life like I did. I constantly felt like I never had enough, that I needed more and wanted more, and it was just this perpetual wheel of just like wanting, buying, purchasing, buying, wanting all the time. I just didn't want to live that way anymore. I have enough. Most of us have enough. I want to live my life. I want to truly live my life. And I'm spending so much of my precious time watching other people live their life. And I just don't think that we were created for that. But I do want to say, and this is an important part of this video, is that social media isn't bad. I think there's a lot of really positive takeaways from social media, and I'll talk about the things that I do miss, how I want to implement social media apps into my life moving forward, and the boundaries that I'm going to set. There's so much about our modern world that is incredible, and so many opportunities like this, like being on YouTube. This is a social media platform. And you're able to just connect with so many people, and there's a lot of positive that's associated with social media, and I think it's really just about having a healthy relationship with it. And I think the majority of us do not have a healthy relationship. Detoxing doesn't mean deleting everything forever. It just means you're taking a break to kind of reclaim your time and your energy and your focus and your own dreams and goals and aspirations. It's just about being intentional and reclaiming your own life back instead of watching everybody else live theirs. I think it's good to ask yourself, like, why would I want to detox from social media? So just set a goal. It can be 30 days, it can be 7 days. I recommend 30. My 30 days turned into 60 days and then 90 days, and now we are 4 months in. Next, just make it easier on yourself by creating boundaries or barriers. I would log out of apps. I would delete all of the apps off of your phone for now and turn off all notifications. You will not miss them. Nothing is that urgent. When you remove social media and you go to reach for your phone and you pick up your phone and look at it like I did, there were so many times that I would go and pick up my phone and Instagram wasn't there, and I just set my phone down like, oh, I just unconsciously picked up my phone to scroll for absolutely no reason because I was bored. But do you know what happens when you're bored? New and creative ideas come. I would tell my kids this all the time. They'd be like, we're bored. And I'm like, go outside. It's great to be bored. You'll come up with a new idea, or you'll be building something new with your Legos, or go outside. You'll come up with a new game to play, or digging in the dirt for crystals. And I was always amazed at what my children would do when they would be like, oh, we're so bored. We have nothing to do. The peace and the pauses in life is really when we truly come up with new and creative ideas. I don't really think it's fair for me to tell my kids, oh, it's good to be bored. But when I'm bored, I'm picking up my phone and looking at Instagram and just scrolling away. And there is no peace in the pauses in my life because I'm filling every single pause with scrolling. So when you remove social media, you're gonna have so much more time to think, time to be, time to just reconnect with your God-given purpose and your talents and your gifts and your abilities. They all come flooding back to you because you're not just filling all of your thoughts with just other things and other people's thoughts and other people's ideas and lifestyles and aesthetics. You just really get to be you again. And it's so amazing. And I feel like I'm not articulating this well enough, like really kind of what happens to you and what happens to your brain and your thoughts and your clarity and peace of mind. But it really is incredible. And I think social media has so many positive benefits, but I think we just really need to reestablish our relationship with it, recalibrate our relationship, how we want to use it, how it is useful to us, how we want to connect with people, how we want to share. I think we've all just been on it for so long, and the algorithms are constantly changing. And remember when Instagram used to be photos? We would just look at people's photos, and now the content is just rapid fire. Everything's videos, and they're all moving really fast, and everybody's talking really fast to try to get their point in 1 minute or whatever it is. And it's just rapid fire content that I feel like just causes so much chaos in our brains, the overload of information. I know when I would get off of social media after scrolling, I just felt anxious, and like everything I did afterwards was like very rushed and in a hurry, because I don't know, I was just I just was spending so much time watching all this stuff in a hurry. I don't know. I just really want you to experience what your brain feels like without that, without all of that stuff. When I was not on social media, I did crave like more connections with the people that really are in my life. Like I said, you will feel kind of left out or that you don't really know what's going on, but it deepens the connections that you really do have with your real friends and your family and the people who matter. And you just don't really realize that until you don't know what they did last weekend. Like I didn't see what my sister and her family were doing last weekend, so I FaceTime her more often. I call her more often. Same with my cousin, or like my coworkers at work. I don't know what they did over the weekend, so when I see them at the beginning of the week, I'm so excited to genuinely know what they've been up to and connect with them and talk and hang out, and because I don't already know and I'm not just socially kind of zapped and fried. So after you get done with your 30-day detox, or however many days you want it to be, like I said, mine went longer, but I think you're going to see some really positive changes in your life, and you'll feel calmer. You'll feel less in a hurry all the time, less rushed. You'll feel more content with your life and what you do have, and more grateful. I think you're gonna feel like that constant comparison with strangers goes away. It just goes away. You're not comparing yourself to, you know, these people that are living lives of luxury that aren't even in your like actual world. You're gonna feel like you have more time for things that God has put on your heart that you want to pursue, or hobbies that you want to do, business ideas you've always had, just beautiful things that you want to create in your everyday life. You'll reconnect with what you really like. You're going to reconnect with your own heart. What fills you up, what brings you joy, how you want to spend your time, what it is that you actually love and feel inspired by. When that's not muddied by a bunch of other people's ideas and aesthetics, you kind of come back home to yourself, and it's been a really beautiful experience for me. Yeah, I'll just talk quickly about kind of how it affected me. Something I always wanted to do was start a YouTube channel. I've been wanting to do that for 10 years, be consistent on YouTube, but I just never really felt like I was good enough. I didn't know what I was going to talk about. I didn't feel like I had the time because I have 2 children that I homeschool. And all of a sudden, it just is funny to me that during my 4-month social media detox, all of a sudden I found the time and the energy and the confidence to do YouTube. And I've been wanting to do this for 10 years. So I don't think that's a coincidence. I really don't. And because I don't have that constant comparison, I don't know, I just somehow found the confidence to be like, I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna go for it. It's not gonna be perfect. It might be a little cringy sometimes, but I have to start somewhere. I've always wanted to do this, so I'm just gonna do it. And here I am, making a YouTube video. So yeah, I just really encourage you. I just really encourage you to give this a try. I think you're going to love the way it feels. I think you're going to really notice a difference with just the way you consume products, clothes, home decor, ideas, information. It's just too much. It's just a load of overconsumption. Once you do that, you'll just kind of come back home to yourself. And like I said, social media isn't bad. I'm excited to re-implement myself back into that world. It's just going to be a lot different. I'm going to go on an unfollowing rampage, and I'm gonna change the way that I share, and it's gonna be a lot more intentional. I'm gonna be a lot more intentional with how I use social media apps from now on. And I just don't think I ever would have gotten to this place like mentally if I hadn't have done this. So that's why I'm making this video. It has impacted me in such a positive way. And I have reclaimed my life and my time back. And I want that for you too. I really want that for you too. I want you to experience what it feels like to know yourself again and to not be so depleted mentally and emotionally, just exhausted and depleted. I want that for you. So if you enjoyed this video and you feel inspired to give it a try, please let me know. Let me know in the comments what you're thinking, how you feel like it affects you, or if you feel like you do have a healthy, positive relationship with social media, like how you go about that. What are your habits? What are your boundaries or your barriers with it? Please share, because I think it is a really good conversation for all of us to talk about and have and help each other out in how we want to use these apps going forward in the future, because it does just feel like it's gotten out of control. And there's so much positive that comes from it, and we need to focus on that. I love that we can all stay connected, and there's so many benefits to living in like our modern time and our modern world, and the way that we are able to connect like this, for example. It's awesome, and I'm so grateful for that. But let's talk about, how we can focus on those things. Thank you for hanging out with me today. If you like this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, leave a comment. I love connecting with you guys on here, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.